Life story.
My life story in a nutshell is I came to Canada when I was 4 years old, and my younger sister was like one, just a baby. Elder sister was 2 years older, 6, and my father was a single father because my mom ran away and left us, her children, me and my sisters. She left my father for another man. So my father left India and came to Toronto to live with his sister who owned a hotel. That time it was called the Executive Motor Hotel on King and Bathurst. We lived in our hotel for a while, and then my father bought his own place, and then my father said, hey, by the age I was 10, and my sister was 12, and my younger sister was, I believe, 7, my father went back to India and got remarried. So my father comes back to Canada, and my stepmom was surprised that my father had children and didn't want to live with us. So my father ended up buying 2 apartments, right? One apartment my stepmom and my father lived in, and a short while away, there was another apartment in the same street where me and my sisters lived. And I was, my older sister was like just turning 13, I was turning 11, younger sister was like turning 8. We lived by ourselves. My father paid everything, right? Rent, bought the food, but essentially we raised ourselves. And, so I didn't have parent supervision. So 3 children in North America, pretty much living alone in a house, taking care of each other. So I was almost like a father figure to my younger sister. My elder sister was like a mother, making rotis, making lentils and stuff like that for us. So we raised ourselves, and we had a very family that outcasted us. They looked down and said, oh, your mother was a disgrace. My aunt wasn't the best aunt. So her children and us, we competed. Everyone wasn't gifted, but I had a learning disability. But I still managed, I still struggled, went to university for philosophy, environmental management. And, sometimes I miss, having a nuclear family. I never had a nuclear family. Now that I'm an adult, I am writing books. I would like to write a show about this, like a Wonder Years approach, where I'm describing my life, because it was hard being Indian, young, living alone, looking at a cultural shock between the Indian culture and being here in North America, in Toronto, where mostly Caucasian is being advertised. So I couldn't really relate to being 100% Canadian. And so sometimes I had an identity crisis. I'm not really Canadian. I felt I wasn't really Indian. Always felt like a lone wolf, black sheep. And I want to write that story, right? And or even like a series, like a Wonder Years approach, which I will eventually end up doing. My name is Ashish Patnagar. The show that I want to do would be my name, something like Kid Ash, right? Yeah, so that's, I'm also, as I said, written a book, The Sky Has Landed, about prose poetry on loss, change, and passion. And I'm writing Nature's Pigment as well, about a dystopian future society where everyone is actually one color. And there's the government abolished religions, and genetic mutation, that government makes everyone pretty much the same. Right, so it's we have colonized Mars and stuff like that. So that's the storytelling I'm writing. I hope you guys read it, because by next year I want to have it out. It'll be called Nature's Pigment. Thank you.
How do you describe your adult life?
Adult life is right now really lonely. I guess I miss a lot of people. I guess like ex-relationship. Now that it's COVID, being alone. It feels miserable sometimes, to be honest. Sometimes I just feel like I had more friends, but it's hard to make new friends in this city, I find. But what keeps me going is to do better, to write something, create something, And that's what I want to do with my life. Like, if I can make the world slightly better, then I'll feel happy, right? Like, I feel there's so many challenges in today's society. There's global warming, there's hate between different beliefs. Like, we're an 8 billion population with scarce resources. So why not be kinder and be better to the planet and animals and try to do better? Because before it's gone, right? My father, as I said, died this year due to COVID, right? I wasn't expecting that, right? He was very careful, never went out, always told me, Ash, don't go out, be careful. And he gets COVID and dies, right? I can't believe he's gone still. So life is short, and I don't want to just spend it not being productive. I want to actually make something. And people, I think we get to help each other, right? And just meeting, sometimes even a stranger, they can be closer, like family. And I'm actually looking for new connections, and yeah.
So last question. What's the biggest difference that you have compared to you 10 years ago?
I'm starting to, speak more my mind. I was very shy. I may hurt someone's feelings, right? Oh, if I say this to them, what are they going to think? I was always too cautious about what other people think. That limited me, right? So I'm letting go, right? Letting go of a lot and saying, hell with it. Like, life is too short. Speak my mind if it's right. I'm not hurting someone. But it's good to express yourself. And that's what I have changed. I've been expressing myself more and more these days. And that's something I want to continue, but I do not want to ever cause anyone discomfort in me expressing myself too, right?